Hello and welcome, my dear survivors of Ginny&Georgia Season 3. Are you done crying yourself to sleep? Because I'm not. I'm not even crying myself to sleep. I'm just crying myself to have an insomnia. Yay! Don't mind this little thing here. I'm just trying to record a sound because, you know, it's summer. All the birds, I don't know what kind of parties they're having at 12 o'clock in the midday, but we're not enjoying this thing. So yeah, this is the third video I'm recording about Ginny&Georgia, and I feel like I kind of have to let it go. But at the same time, how? I just feel like so many doors were opened and none of them were properly closed, not even a bit. I just wanted to talk about it, discuss some more things. We're not going to touch all of the characters in this video. Mostly it's just going to be Maxine, Ginny&Georgia, and whoever was connected to them the most these seasons. Maybe you would like a second part? Then it would be actually insane. Then I would be like a desperate ex who just can't let go. Okay, so let's start with Maxine, the fall of the drama queen. I feel like Maxine was one of the, if not the most discussed character this season, because her change of arc was drastic. Was it necessary? It's another question. But did we witness a change? Oh god. She went from being Miss Popular, theater kid, the gifted twin, to being an average teenager rotting in her bed with just a bit higher level of ADHD. How did that happen? Let's rewind a bit back. I think it happened in season 1, this infamous scene in between the breaks of the first musical where Maxine finds out about secret that Marcus and Jeannie has been keeping away from her, and Abigail, my poor girl Abigail, she just got into the middle of it.
I didn't want you to get hurt. That's really funny because that's what everyone who keeps hurting me keeps saying.
And after this, Maxine really wasn't nice to Abigail, like at all. That's where we kind of have to make an accent on the fact that she does have ADHD, and people with ADHD, they're more prone to control everything and everybody around them. This need for control stems from the challenges they face in the regulating their attention, impulsivity, and emotional responses, leading them to seek predictability and structure in their environments. I understand half of what it said here. It's almost like she feels obligated to know whatever is going on around her, and I don't think per se what upset her the most was the fact that Ginny and Marcus were seeing each other behind her back. I think it's just the fact that two most close people to her are slipping out of this control. And after that, judging on the treatment that Abigail was receiving from Maxine, it was kind of obvious that Maxine liked Ginny way better.
Brought the pizza bagels.
You're unreal.
I'm really sorry, Max.
Show up uninvited with your little pizza bagels like, ooh, a good gang. I don't know, maybe you're just fake. It's disgusting.
It almost felt like, and don't come for me here, that Ginny was just a new shiny toy that was just so exciting to have around that she only cared about her relationship with her.
No, excuse me. Are you gonna apologize or what? Okay, I love you so much and you've hurt me. What I'm going through and who I am is just completely invisible to you.
And I mean, it's almost a normal response. Like in my school, for example, when we were getting a new student, it was kind of like, wow, you know? It was never the fact that they were like awkward or bullied or whatever, because everybody was so interested in getting to know them. Same as Maxine, who is so obviously a product of a stable environment, and Ginny is something new. I think Maxine even mentions it herself once.
Guys, this is Jenny. She is my new neighbor. She's from Texas, and I'm in love with her, so you'll need to worship her and be nice.
Once I was even in Abigail's shoes myself. Very tragic story, okay? So sit down, let me spread my trauma. So once I was in 7th grade, and I also had a group of friends who was consisting from 4 girls. And then we got a new girl who just moved to our school, and she was so amazing. I have absolutely no hard feelings towards her, but my friend group was extremely interested in her, so she kind of just pushed me out of the group, like not willingly, you know? It's not like she was trying to replace me, it's just probably she stands on a more common ground with those girls, so I just kind of drifted apart from them. Was it so damn painful at the age of 13? Yeah. When this whole situation with Abby was happening, I was just relating so hard to her. I think this is why she's one of my favorite characters, because I went through everything that Abigail went through, like pick a point. I've been there. So the way Abigail was treating Maxine in season 3 was kind of a form of vendetta for Abigail herself.
Is it because we didn't tell you that we hung out without you, or?
No, but that wasn't, like, good news.
Okay, Max, don't be dramatic again.
She got closer to Ginny. She always had Nora on her side. Actually, I think that Nora was one of the very few people who cared about Abigail throughout the season. So I appreciate that. You know, Nora is not all that bad. So probably she just realized that Anne doesn't have to be capital letter in Mank. I've seen a lot of people online being mad at Abigail, but I get both of perspectives. I get both Maxine and Abigail. We see Maxine chasing Ginny and being like, we have to be there for Ginny. Ginny. Like, did you ask Abigail how is she doing? How is she getting through this divorce? Maxine is one of my favorite characters in the show. She's so Broadway coded. She's just so real, but at the same time, so comic. You don't see characters like her, and even if you do, not saturated to the point where Maxine is. And also, if we will survive to see season 4 of the show happening, I would like to see Maxine reconnecting firsthand with Abigail and Nora. I wouldn't root for Ginny and Maxine to become friends again and to get back together. As Ginny said, you know, maybe they actually overgrew each other, which, like, hell, in Ginny's situation, try to not overgrow anybody in your friend circle. And Ginny, that's where we flow into Ginny. Ginny probably is one of the most hated characters from the main cast, but in my personal, humble, very deep down opinion, maybe she's the one who is the most misunderstood. And while every single character goes through something in this episode, I feel that Ginny is the most crap. Unfortunately, more people going through eating disorders than learning that their mother is potentially a serial killer. I feel like Ginny had absolutely no chance to turn anything but Georgia 2.0, because while making this plan happening by taking Georgia out of jail, she put the same amount of responsibility on Austin the way that Georgia was putting all the things on Ginny.
You cannot tell anyone. Do you understand me? You can never tell.
Is she any better? Is Austin gonna process it better? Oof. And this is not the first time that we see Ginny using the skills that Georgia was using her entire life. Like, for example, blackmailing her English teacher and signing a recommendation letter for her.
You're looking at a glowing college recommendation letter that you wrote for me.
Savage. Ginny feels empowered when she does this kind of things. First time she felt so damn good about it, she just took Austin and ran away. I'm not even trying to talk about the plan that she pulled to take Georgia out of prison. So maybe that's why she's telling Maxine, like, girl, maybe we just overgrew each other, because I don't see how it wouldn't happen. Perhaps Maxine's struggles do not seem as big as her own. So why do we all hate Ginny so much? Is she just like Sam, just in the main character spotlight? So let's take a moment and just step into Ginny's shoes for 10 seconds. How many of you guys switched more than 10 schools? And for those who did, how did it feel? I could never relate, even if I really wanted to. Like, I switched 2 buildings in my entire life. I was going every day knowing that I'm gonna see same 30 people in my class, same 20 teachers that are gonna teach me. It gave me the sense of stability because every single day I knew what to expect. Let's not even start how important it is for kids to have stability. If not at home, in school. If not in school, with friends. If not with friends, with the activities that you do. But you need some kind of anchor. You need something that is going to ground you. And Ginny didn't have any of that. I would like to say that Georgia was kind of this anchor for her. Like, no, I love Georgia. I think that she did an amazing job with all the resources that she had. But she never took Ginny as a grown-up person. So they never had a real conversation about anything. Yes, Georgia did all this to protect Ginny, to take all the dark and swallow it.
I took all the darkness and I ate it. I became it.
If Ginny herself wanted to know so desperately, was going so many ways to find out what was happening, was communicating it in the language that is native to both of them, that like, mother, I need you to tell me what to do. And mother is like, no, I can't trust you, you little shit. I mean, obviously it wasn't like this, but you get the idea. I think that she deserved this kind of truth, you know, because she was always put on this responsibility. It's you and me against the world, but one of us doesn't know anything, not even 50% of what was happening. Again, I think that she deserved to know. She grew up way faster than any of us did. Poverty, homelessness, new school practically every single semester. This is not a childhood. This is marathon of surviving. So based on all these things, I would say something that I know will make a lot of people so mad. My favorite season was the second one, because this is the season where we kind of get to the culmination of this wall cracking between Ginny and Georgia. The fact that they start to learn not just how to love and sacrifice everything for each other, but truly listen, respect, and trust. No relationship can hold without trust. And just imagine how Ginny felt when you kind of feel that, okay, now everything is stable, me and my mother talked all of our issues through, but then she comes home and like, I accidentally choked someone with a pillow. And then your 9-year-old brother confesses that he saw it. Wow. Brother, no therapy will help you. It does irreversible damage to a person, especially at the age of 16, and we see Ginny going through it. And now let's talk about Georgia. Ooh. Zion says this golden phrase.
I know you had a hard life, but when does that stop excusing you for everything you put people through?
Let's kind of talk about the arc of not her past, but what she's been doing since the moment that we meet Georgia. So we meet Paul, and oh god, is this topic gonna be painful for all of us? Yes. So I feel that all the fans divided into two camps. One, Paul is an abuser, we hate him, we don't want him, he turned out to be such a pathetic little human. And while watching season 3, I was for sure one of these people. And another people who are like, hello, open your eyes, maybe stop idealizing Georgia and realize what Paul went through as well. And like, yes. While editing, I rewatched the show, I memorized their lines at this point. Now I kind of want to sit on both of the chairs. So I think it all starts with Georgia seeing the poster of Mayor and being like, oh wow, that's hot. And then she meets him in person, and he turns out to be this amazing, polite, beautiful gent who is ruling this anti-utopia as Wellsbury.
No, I'm so clumsy.
Are you okay?
Georgia.
It's a husband material right there. Do you see the ring? No. It's time for me to lock that man up. Did she ever love him though? She definitely loved the idea of Paul. He represented the bus that she was trying to put her kids in. But with Paul, dare I say that she felt like she will put herself onto this bus with the kids. Because when Zion comes back and tells Georgia, let's try again, I'm ready to settle, I've seen the world and nothing felt like home, just you, we see how she changes in face. We see that she wants it. She cheats on Paul, she doesn't care about him, she just wants to be with Zion. And I mean, okay. And only after Zion kind of sees it, like, okay, you know, maybe she has this beautiful idea, and he also sees the idea, and he also sees Paul, and he's like, okay, maybe he's better for her, maybe this is what she wants. Does she needs it? That's another story. Anyways, Zion leaves. Then she takes the ring. Would she ever put ring on the finger if Zion would stay? No, for surely not. Would she keep it as her second option? We all know Georgia, huh? So this way, we get together with Paul, like officially. In the beginning, I'm making an accent on it, in the beginning, I believe that Paul also proposed to the idea of Georgia, his understanding of beauty and what woman actually should be like. It's just all collided in one person. I believe that after he found out a bit of her past and a bit of the truth, and he chose to stick around, that was the moment that he realized, okay, I'm committing. I'm choosing to love this woman and to love her children. That deserves respect. But at the same time, he didn't leave in the best period possible. And I mean, can we blame him? I was willing to forget everything. But when they started to playing with pregnancies around, you know, Ginny went through an entire abortion just for Georgia to have a possibility to lie. Ever heard of Sharpies, lady? You can just draw a line and just get over with it, and that's it. Just keep a Sharpie, I don't know, under your toilet, you know, in case your husband is going to ask you to retake the test. And at the end, she's still getting pregnant. Was I mad? Was I mad? Was I sad? Was I mad? I was losing it. So yeah, this is the way we say goodbye to Paul. And this is where we flow into Joe, and the whole trope with Joe, and oh god, Georgia. the dream that I don't know is ever gonna be truthful. Joe and Ellen are the two turtles that Ginny and Georgia's universe is holding on to. But again, don't just think it's time for Georgia to stand still. We moved to Wellsbury and she promised her kids that like, no, it's just the three of us. Like, girl, have you seen what's been going on with Austin? Like, he witnessed you murder someone and he's still not in therapy. So yeah, season has been fun. At the same time, I see why people like season 3 so much. Was it the best for me? No. I like season 2. I like first season because it was just it was something else. We started at point 8 and we didn't end up in point B. We ended up in point, I don't know, X. But yeah, they are talking about season 4 being released in 2027, so I believe that all the predictions that I will make right now won't really make any sense. For maybe they're gonna cancel this season after all, because how long a 14-year-old can play a 9-year-old? I'm sorry, a 30-year-old. And I just want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you all very, very soon.